terms used in contract costing. The first one, contract price. Contract price is a price at which the contractor agrees to do the construction work for the contractee. In another word, it is the consideration payable by the contractee to the contractor for the work undertaken by him. It is the selling price of the contract. So these are all called as the contract price. Next, subcontract cost. How to treat it under contract account. Work of specialized character for which facilities are not internally available is offered to a subcontractor who is accountable for the main contractor. The cost of such work is known as subcontract cost. The cost of subcontract is treated as an expenditure of the main work or main contract. So it is debited to the contract account. And the next one, work in progress. When the contract is not completed till the end of the accounting year, the architect is required to value the work in progress. Such work in progress is classified into two types, such as work certified and work uncertified. And then the meaning of work certified. Work certified is that part of the work in progress which has been certified by the architect or engineer of the contractee as complete during a specified period. So this is called as the work certified. And another one, that is a work uncertified. Work uncertified is that part of the work in progress which has not been certified by the architect or engineer during a specified period. It is valued at cost price. And the next one, distinguish between work certified and work uncertified. Under the work certified, this is the part of work in progress which has been approved by the engineer of the contractee for payment. Work uncertified. So this is the part of work in progress which is not approved by the engineer. The work certified means the work approved by the engineer. The work uncertified means which work is not approved by the engineer. And the second difference, it is valued at contract price, but the work uncertified is valued at cost price. And another one, it includes an element of profit, but the work uncertified, it does not include an element of profit. So these are all the distinguish between work certified and work uncertified. And the next one, architect certificate and its significance. It is the certificate issued by the architects of the contractee stating the amount of contract work that has been completed during a specified period by the contractor. So contractee uses the certificate as a basis for making payment to the contractor. So this is the architect certificate and its significance. And the next one, cash ratio. The cash ratio means the difference between the work certified and retention ratio is known as cash ratio. This cash ratio indicates what percentage of work certified is paid in terms of cash by the contractee to the contractor. So it indicates the percentage of work certified is paid in terms of the cash by the contractee to the contractor. So that is called as the cash ratio. And the next one, retention money, and it is why it is required. The retention money refers to unpaid portion of the work certified. The unpaid portion of the work certified, it is called as the retention money. So it is the usual practice not to pay the full amount of work certified. The contractee may pay a fixed percentage of work certified depend upon the terms of the contract. The balance amount not paid is known as retention money. So it is maintained to safeguard himself from the defective work of the contractor. And another one, cost plus contracts. The reasons for adoption of cost plus contract and also states its advantages. The cost plus contract is a contract in which the contract price is ascertained by adding a specified margin of profit to the cost allowed in the contract. This method of pricing is followed in those contracts where it is not possible to ascertain the contract price. And the reasons for adoption are using the cost plus contract. The first one, where the cost of the contract cannot be estimated in advance with accuracy. And the second reason, where the contract takes more number of years for its completion. Then, where the work to be done is not definitely fixed at the time of entering into the contract. And the next one, where quality of the work is of utmost importance, such as construction of bridges, dams, powerhouses, and etc. And the next one, notional profit. The meaning of notional profit is the difference between the value of work in progress certified and the cost of such work in progress certified. And the next one, escalation clauses. So this escalation clause is often provided in contracts to cover any like future changes in the price or utilization of material and labor. Next, the books of accounts maintained by a contractor. The books of accounts maintained by a contractor are stores ledger, material purchase register, wages abstract, contract cost ledger. So these are all the books of accounts maintained by a contractor. And the next one, how do you treat the profits under incomplete contracts? So here, if the contract is completed before closing the books of the account, the entire profit or loss arising from the contract is transferred to the profit and loss account. If the contract is not completed before closing the books of account, the profit on incomplete contract is first transferred to notional profit account. From this account, a portion of notional profit is transferred to general profit and loss account. So in this, the first case, if work certified is less than 25%, the 25% are 1 by 4 of the contract price. So then, no profit is to be transferred to profit and loss account. So here, when the work certified is less than the 25% or 1 by percent of the contract price, then the no profit is to be transferred to the profit and loss account. It means entire profit is transferred to general reserves account. So this is for the case number 1. And the case number 2. If work certified is 25% or more than 25% but less than 50% of the contract price. So, this is to be calculated by using the formula. That is, notional profit into 1 by 3 into cash received divided by work certified, or notional profit into 1 by 3 into cash ratio. So, this formula will use when the work certified is 25% or more than 25% but less than 50% of the contract price. Then this formula will use to find out the portion of the profit is transferred to the profit and loss account. And the third case, that is case number 3. If the work certified is 50% or more than 50% of the contract price, then we are using the formula as notional profit into 2 by 3 into cash received divided by work certified, or notional profit into 2 by 3 into cash ratio. So this formula are used to calculate the profit amount that is transferred to the profit and loss account when the work certified is 50% or more than 50% of the contract price. And the next one, the case number 4. If the work certified is more than 90% of the contract price, so it is the more than 90% of the contract price, then we are using the formula as estimated profits into work certified divided by contract price, or estimated profit into work certified divided by contract price into cash received divided by work certified. So this formula is used when the work certified is more than 90% of the contract price. And the next one, how loss on incomplete contract is treated. So then, the loss on incomplete contract is transferred in full to the costing profit and loss account. The amount of loss is to be credited to contract account. The loss of the incomplete contract. So this amount transferred to the costing profit and loss account, and it is also entered in the credit side of the contract account. Thank you.